What is going on, traders? Welcome back to the Traveling Trader. Happy Tuesday to you. Apologies for my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, so it sounds maybe even deeper than normal, if that's possible. But I wanted to talk about Bitcoin today. Obviously, you're seeing a lot of Moonboy posts on Twitter and YouTube and everywhere saying that Bitcoin is going to finally shoot up to new highs or whatever. And that's all fair and well. I mean, I guess when you see tall green candles on the price chart, it tends to invoke crypto-like hysteria in the market. We're pretty much used to it. For me, I mean, if you're not new to this channel, you know that I like to be pragmatic about my analysis. All I care about is conducting sound analysis that's conducive to my trading, so I can set up my trades properly, know when to enter, know when to exit, etc. So for Bitcoin, obviously, if you're following the trade alerts, and if you want access to the trade alerts, link is in the description. We'll go over some of the other trades as well besides Bitcoin. But I accumulated a lot when Bitcoin fell to the bottom of this channel at around 6,500. And because trend is your friend until the end, we know that, hitting support and resistance multiple times, this is definitely a valid descending channel. No question about it. This is the only trend that matters on the daily for Bitcoin currently. And so, being that we hit the support, when we hit this double bottom formation, kind of similar to what we saw with this Adam and Eve here and this double bottom here earlier, it was only plausible that we'd hit resistance soon. Obviously, we did hit resistance. And in my last few videos, even the last video, I was saying that I think we will eventually break out of this descending channel leading up to the halving. That, to me, is what is the likeliest path for Bitcoin. I do think that we will see a drop right before the halving, just as we saw before the last two halvings. But that doesn't mean it's a drop from current price ranges all the way down to 5,000 or 4,000. We could see Bitcoin break out of this, correct a little bit, and then continue its gradual run up past the halving, right? So that is what I was saying. It looked like we were going to break out of this descending channel today. However, the bears are definitely trying to take control. There's probably a lot of shorts going on, a lot of folks that are taking profits after hitting the resistance of this channel. Seeing resistance here is not out of the ordinary. Plus, we have the 0.618 fib level here. If you are following the trade alerts, the last post that I did on Bitcoin, you'll see that I was saying the next resistance level is at 8,800. I posted this last night, well before this breakout here. And the reason I said 8,800 was because of the 0.618 fib level. That's definitely a key level. And then there's the 200 MA here that's just shy of 9,100. So those two, I think, are the next resistance levels for Bitcoin. Now, what I'm impressed with is this volume here, right? And the reason that I said this time it might be different testing this resistance is because this is the first time we're testing this resistance with a VFI that's climbing, right? So the VFI, the volume flow indicator, is showing a lot of positive momentum in the volume, meaning that this right here, especially if we get past zero, it's showing that the volume is stronger for incoming volume rather than outgoing volume or, sell volume. So this right here, if we can cross zero on the volume flow indicator, a level that we haven't been for a number of months, while testing this resistance, there's a good chance that we break above this. Now, I would like to see a close because obviously you can wick above it and come right back into the pattern, just as we saw here where Bitcoin wicked below the support and came right back into the pattern. So just breaking above doesn't really count fully. We do have a few hours left for candle close. So again, in the short term, I do think that we will eventually cross this descending channel pattern before the halving, rise a little bit, maybe not quite get to the recent high at 14,000, but somewhere in between now and 14,000 before seeing some sort of decline before the halving and then a gradual push past 14,000 eventually. Whether that's 2020 or 2021, who knows? I'm not really concerned with time. All I care about is levels. So oh, wow. I just looked at the screen. There's a lot of sun coming from that window. Let me close it real quick. Hold on. All right. That's my take on Bitcoin currently. Is it possible that we get rejected here and eventually test support again? Well, yes, of course. Trend is your friend until the end. And if we do that, that means this trend is still valid. So, of course, it's possible. But I think if we get above zero on the VFI, pushing this resistance again, we will eventually close above it in the near term. Looking at Dash, we are up almost 80% on Dash. It has retraced a bit, found support at the 200 moving average. It definitely needs to cool off before another rally up. But I sent out an alert for Dash, 4 days ago? It was at $49. 4 or 5 days ago, it was at around $49. And it was retesting the 50 moving average as resistance. Or as support, after it broke out of it as resistance, right? And then we saw the 21 EMA cross above the 50 MA. So I sent out an alert for Dash at $49, and we are now up a little bit less than this since we retraced a bit, but we're up about 66% now on Dash, which is insane, and that's in USD. Litecoin making another rally. It's up 16% today. We accumulated Litecoin in this range here after it was finding some support at the 50 MA after breaking above it. And again, we see the 21 EMA break above the 50 MA as well. So you bought Litecoin in between the $40 to $48 range, and we're now sitting at $57. It's well above the 100 moving average, found resistance at the 0.236 fib level almost exactly. These aren't magical levels. These, there's a reason that analysis is built around some of these indicators. So it found resistance at 0.236. As long as it stays above the 100 MA, then I think Litecoin is ripe for another rally or to keep pushing up gradually. All right, in the traditional markets, Tesla, we're up 63% on Tesla after buying when it retested this support level here at the 21 EMA, right? This white line. It retested the support for about a week. We eventually bought into it. It was 332 at the time. It's hard to believe, but this is not even 2 months ago, and it is now at $537. You're seeing price targets for Tesla everywhere. This reminds me of crypto. I even just saw this on MarketWatch. Here's the case for Tesla. $6,000. This obviously is assuming that there's no stock splits or whatever. Stocks usually end up splitting before they reach, this price target. But, this reminds me of the days when folks were saying that XRP is going to get to $500 or whatever that magic number is. This is definitely crypto-like territory for Tesla. But yeah, it's funny that Tesla has been the most shorted stock in the last month, I think. In the last 7 months. I can't remember what the time frame is. Anyway, it's been the most shorted stock recently, and Tesla short sellers have already lost $8.4 billion. Yeah, in the last 7 months. Lost $8.4 billion because they keep trying to push the price down and bet against it, saying that, Tesla has no business being at this price level. It is now the most valuable car company in American history. Yes, more than Ford, more than GM, etc. So that's insane. Obviously, I'm not selling Tesla yet. I have a trailing stop set up at around minus 15%. So it's pretty liberal. That's obviously because I'm up a shit ton right now. So I get to set it that liberal. And in other stock market news, the first phase of the China-US trade deal is supposed to be signed tomorrow. I presume that would just keep the rallies coming in the stock market, especially with pay attention to Chinese stocks on the U.S. market. So like Alibaba, NIO. NIO is a stock that we just recently swing traded. It's basically the Tesla of China. Let me look at what NIO's chart looks like. So yeah, I sent out an alert on NIO at a retest of the 200 moving average, right? And it is now at around $3.76. So that's an increase of almost 21% on NIO, which is amazing. I mean, it's obviously riding the coattails of Tesla at the moment. JP Morgan is back at its all-time high again. We're up 21% on JP Morgan after jumping in it. Uber, I sent out an alert the day after Christmas on Uber, and Uber's up now almost 14% since then. You'll see the alert that I sent out here. Yeah, it was 12/26, the day after Christmas. So I sent out an alert on Uber after it broke out of this symmetrical triangle here. So all that is to say, if you're interested in the stock alerts, the crypto alerts, we've added options as well. You get all of that. Link is in the description. It's $25 a month. That's about $6 a week. $6 is actually what we used to pay in commissions for each trade before most exchanges and brokers now have introduced the feeless trading. So yeah, I believe well worth your money to get these insights. You also get to chat with hundreds of other traders in the group, learn what the strategies are, what everybody's looking at, different analyses and takes on coins and stocks, etc. So sign up, link is in the description. That is it for this video. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. Leave a comment if you have a question, comment, agreement, disagreement. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.